Brother, there's no way. There's absolutely no way.
I guarantee you, pick your 3 best teammates in 4v4 versus me.
I will serve 10 times at you. You will pass maybe 1.
Have you seen me play?
I love it.
Maybe
I love this challenge, man.
Maybe
I'm
1.
excited.
Because if you knew the sport, the things you said you would never say.
Cricket?
Like volleyball.
I never trashed volleyball. Volleyball's a
said-
sport of athletes.
You just said you'd be good at volleyball too.
I know I'm good at volleyball. The only reason I brought volleyball up is because I know you
Aaron
play.
beat Sujan in volleyball?
No way.
Now this is a
Easy.
vlog.
That's
Is a vlog I'm signing up for.
You know what happens when we play and I win? I just want to know what happens.
Yeah, we can make a bet. Like we can make a bet.
No,
a wager.
it doesn't.
So
I'm
you
open
pick
to
your
making a
3
wager.
best teammates, and he picks his 3 best
No,
teammates.
I'm not going to pick 3 teammates. I'm going to pick 3 family members against 4 of his teammates.
Dang, he's giving himself even a handicap.
No, it's not even a handicap. I know that I could pick literally 3 other guys in our own family.
Yeah.
And we go 4v4 in sand volleyball or
Indoor.
or
Doesn't
indoor,
matter.
Indoor,
Yeah.
outdoor, doesn't matter.
Yeah, probably indoor just to give you a little bit of a chance because sand's a completely different dynamic. Because you play basketball indoor, so you'd probably be a lot better fit for indoor.
Yeah, no, but I've also could play in the sand, so we could.
let's make
I
it
think
sand.
4v4 in
Yeah.
the sand makes more sense because you could find a court. You could actually find a place to play.
Oh, I'll find the court. Don't worry about that.
No.
Yeah,
I'm talking
Sujan's
about.
locked in on this. He's ready for
No,
What
this.
is-
because
so
it's
what
going to
is-
be
what
hard
is
for
the
me to.
Competitive spirit's coming out of you, Sujan. I feel it from here.
What's the wager that we're going for?
Whatever you want it to be. And
No,
here's
no,
the thing:
what-
is this is your world. It's not mine.
So I mean, I think it would be really unfair for me to make the wager knowing that this is my primary sport.
I don't even
you
wanna
making
bet.
the wager
That's
in
why I didn't.
basketball would be.
What's the chances that he wins?
Yeah, but throw the odds. What's the
What
money
would you
line?
say is the chance of me like walking on to? Like
I want you to make the betting odds.
What would you
like
say?
in a UFC fight?
What would you say are the chances like I walk into an octagon and submit Islam Makhachev?
That's how good he thinks he is at volleyball, which is wild.
That's like
compared to you.
I would say -5.
You don't know how good I am, though.
I would say.
How do you know? How do you know if I play or
Because
not?
of the comments you
10,000 to
made
1.
about volleyball.
When have I made a comment about volleyball?
10,000 to
You made
1.
some comments
What
on
did
our
I
calls.
say?
Yeah, you made some comments.
When have I made a comment about volleyball?
No, I mean I don't think you've said anything bad about volleyball.
I haven't said one bad thing because it's a sport for athletes.
Yeah.
It is.
I feel like you're backtracking a little bit.
When did I ever say that though? You're making stuff up.
No. There have been some comments, but let's get back
When
to the
did I
point.
say
The
that?
point is, the
Aaron's
point
just
is,
mentioned volleyball because he knows you play volleyball.
That's the only reason
That's
I
the
brought
only
it up.
reason when he brings it
Yeah.
up.
no problem. What would you wager? Like, what would be the game?
I want to know the odds. What's the betting
Yeah, like
odds?
the same. I mean, like minus
5,000,
Yeah, I'd be like a
10,000?
big favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're trying to make money, put it in your whole house.
I would. You have a lot more to lose right now, so I would be careful on
that's
putting
what I'm saying.
away.
So what would you say?
No, I don't want to bet. I just want to play.
Why don't we just play?
Yeah,
let's
I just
play.
want to play because you
I'm
play
telling
in
you,
a
trying to-
league.
like-
I'm into this.
In fact, I could add like Tamiem to my team, and I would still say like we'd win.
No, I want you to pick your best guys.
I don't need. Who are you gonna pick?
My own family.
Yeah, like who? You, Adam.
Tamiem and
Tamiem.
maybe Harris, maybe my little brother.
Damn, this is not looking good for you.
Okay, for someone who hasn't,
I don't play volleyball at all.
I know.
I've never, yeah.
I know.
no, but we've played though. It's different because cricket's like we've never played.
No, but
cricket.
Sujan plays with people who's played like.
No, he
for
plays
college.
in a league. Yeah, in a full-on league.
Aaron, I've never said this. I played college volleyball
Where?
in New York
Okay. Well, why haven't you brought that up?
because I don't bring up like my, I didn't peak in college.
But that's not bringing it up. Doesn't mean you peaked
Like
in
I
college.
played club, I've played high school, and I played college.
We literally had a full-on conversation about like playing sports and camaraderie and stuff, and you didn't bring it up. So it's not even about like peaking. It's like historical fact checking. Like there's been context of conversations where you could have said like, "Oh, I played volleyball in college." You said the other day we were together. You said, "I studied all day and I worked all day and I studied all night."
That was here, but I did a year.
When you were in school.
Yeah, I did, but I did a year.
And then I said, "This is why I always
But that's
bring up
like
basketball because it was a big part of my life."
See, now
and
he's taking it more seriously because now I said I played in college.
Well, all the people you play with right now played in college too, probably.
I wouldn't say all, but yeah, a good number of them played college. Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's like the same as, I don't know, like a comparison would be like Ramadan hoops where people just show up. So they're like all levels of people, right? Some from beginner, but like where I play would be the highest tier of like whatever.
Wait, where did you play
there.
college volleyball?
New York.
Like where though? Where was the
City
school?
College.
City College. They had a volleyball team?
Yeah, New York has a men's volleyball team for high school and for college. CUNY.
We didn't even have men's volleyball.
Even NYU.
teams.
You went to NYU.
Did
right?
Allen
Even NYU
have
has
a men's volleyball team?
Did Allen have a men's volleyball team?
No,
they didn't.
Texas doesn't have a boys volleyball program.
That sounds so foreign
now
to me.
now it's becoming more prominent, but no, Texas doesn't have one.
That's even like it doesn't change the way I feel at all.
It should.
It doesn't.
It
though.
should.
I mean, the thing about this conversation is
would you say there's like additional credibility now that you know that I've
the
played?
credibility. No, I would say that.
No.
Because I think what's more relevant to the conversation is that you play in a league right now. Like that carries more weight for me than if you used to play 10 years ago. Like,
But
for me,
the
it's
level
like,
I play at now is much less.
yeah,
than
but
when I
it doesn't
played
matter because
college.
you're active. Because even for example, I played college basketball.
Yeah.
I want to bring that up. But I played so long ago.
Yeah.
Like it was a decade now.
Yeah.
It's over a decade.
Same. Mine was also like almost 10 years ago.
Okay, so but you play right now. If I played basketball in a league competitively now, like my skills would be so much higher because I'm actively playing. But I don't.
Yeah.
I play once a year, twice
So
a
are
year.
you like already starting to make the excuse that you don't play, so you're gonna lose?
No. I never made that excuse for
I
volleyball.
feel like I'm hearing that. To me, am I imagining this?
I mean, I think Aaron taking his 3 family members
Yeah.
to go against you
Against the 3 best volleyball people that I'm gonna know.
I think that's like
no. Three of
that's like-
whoever you want to
that's
pick.
like-
Yeah.
Of whoever you want to pick.
Sure, whoever I pick.
You
No
could be the
problem.
best. It could be the worst. It could be whoever.
I
yeah.
mean, sure, 3 people
Yeah.
that I have the flexibility to pick, and knowing that this is my sport.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a wild take to have that take.
Who do you think is crazy for making that take?
He has a take that it would be like him fighting Ilya in MMA.
I mean, that's crazy.
that's
Nothing
hilarious.
beats that craziest of a take, but
But
Again,
it's like,
I don't
but
know
it's like
these-
that. We're gonna do a foreign exchange versus episode on this.
yeah, I mean, you could if you're confident that you're good, then we could just have a kind of
Yeah.
what's it called? We could have like a pick 'em type thing where we literally you're a captain, I'm a captain, and we pick teams of a pool of people.
Yeah,
So then
actually,
it's
I would
even.
like that.
Then
Yeah,
it's
that's
even,
probably-
right?
yeah, that's probably a
I'm
better
confident enough that like I'll pick 3 of my own guys and you could pick 3 of your own guys and it'll be a competitive match.
That's a handicap. Like you might as well just not play at that point. But I do like your first idea of like just getting people.
You think that's a handicap, but you've never
Yes.
seen me play volleyball.
Yeah.
Like I played volleyball just as much as I play basketball.
Would you take
recently.
me? Would you take me like serious in basketball if I made the same comments right now? That if I was like, if I could tell
I'd
you
have
like
to
I
watch
could
you
but if
play.
Aaron
I'd have to watch you
if
play
Aaron wanted to be
basketball.
good at volleyball, he would be the best volleyball player in the world.
he would not be.
Not the best volleyball player in the world, but
he
I
wouldn't
would,
even make it to college. No, seriously, you wouldn't even make it to college.
You've never seen me play.
When I say college, like of course Division 3, everybody can make it.
Yeah.
But like Division 2 or Division 1, you wouldn't make it.
Okay, I would play at CUNY easily. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you took it seriously, anyone could.
Yeah. I mean,
But that's
I
also
don't
'cause
think
it's, like,
that's
Division
true.
3.
I don't think that's true. Tamiem couldn't play at Austin College basketball. It's Division 3. You couldn't play. Like even if you took it seriously.
If you like took it seriously from AAU, for sure you could. Why not? If you spent like 8 years before before college, you could make it to like a
Yeah,
Division 3
if I
basketball
played
team.
AAU basketball and I was good at AAU basketball, I could.
Yeah,
I could
no,
play
I'm
at
saying,
Austin
yeah, I mean,
College.
that's assuming like you put in the effort to go
No,
be
but
good at the
even
sport.
then, like there's a chance that he wouldn't play on the team because there's still a lot of guys that are bigger, taller, faster, stronger that play even in
And
the
it
lower
might not be Austin
divisions.
College, but he would play at a Division 3 basketball program. He could.
I don't know. Knowing Tamiem, I
You
know
don't
that
think
it's
anyone
not
who's
his
played
sport.
at AAU and high school,
Tamiem's
and
5. How
continuously?
tall are you?
Like
5'8", 5'9"?
I'm 6'2".
on the
I
dating
have
apps,
like,
I'm like 6'3".
I'm 6'2".
On the dating-
6'2" right
on
now.
Salams, I'm 6'2". So
6'2". I probably have right now 31 inch vertical. Still to this day,
Yeah.
could probably run a decent. I could run a decent pace, long distance, short distance. Volleyball, like a lot of my skills transfer over hand-eye coordination. And I know I'm good at volleyball. It's like I play volleyball. So it's not cricket or like MMA or something where it's like I've never played and I'm challenging you. I just know that it's a sport that you play consistently. So to me, it would be the only sport that would be competitive that we could play against each other on. That it would be the only sport.
Well, there could be other sports that neither you have played, neither I have played that we could go compete on.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be close. Like I would probably beat you in every sport besides volleyball. That's why I'm like, volleyball is the only sport that I'm like, it's gonna be competitive because you play
I
and
would
I
make a
don't.
counter argument
Sujan hates
that the
it.
only sport you would beat me at is basketball.
I would beat you. I would run laps around you in football and soccer and baseball and tennis. We could play tennis.
Okay.
That's a good sport.
I don't think you're beating me in tennis.
Okay. I mean, I don't play tennis, so that's the one.
Neither do I. Neither do I. But I know.
If you don't play, I'm whooping your ass. Then if you don't play, I'm whooping your ass.
When was the last time you played tennis? This is gonna give Aaron the answer.
Actually, last time I played was like 2 weeks ago. But that was the second time in my life I played tennis.
Okay, so
Second time in your life.
I'm whooping your ass in tennis.
First time was like 8 years ago.
The only sport I think you're going to compete with me on is volleyball.
I think
it's only
like
volleyball.
You've never seen that like what I am from
I saw
like
your
my
cardio.
natural.
I saw a glimpse of what your cardio is.
Well, doing it in the sauna is functional cardio is a lot different than doing it in the sauna.
We
Do
could
you
run
agree with me?
we could run a mile. I'll run laps
I mean,
around
long
you.
distance probably you'd beat me.
Yeah, short distance too.
I don't know. I don't know. Long distance for sure. I don't know.
I love the confidence though, man. The confidence
now
is
we're getting-
crazy.
I mean,
love it.
I was on your side until you said short distance, bro.
I
was
not
on your
saying-
side until you said short distance.
Long distance, probably like for sure. I think you'll beat me because you have a lot better cardio than I do. Short distance, I haven't seen you like from like an
haven't seen me
explosive
play
perspective.
volleyball
And
either.
neither.
Bro, he's
you
a
haven't
basketball player. He's a
seen-
basketball player.
That doesn't mean anything. What does that mean?
He's a basketball player that played shooting guard or point guard. These
Sure.
people are fast.
I was
Sure.
also a track athlete too.
Yeah.
So it's not that I was just about.
Yeah,
and he
like-
was a wide receiver in high school too. But regardless, but like
But I
haven't seen you run.
If you take
In a
one-
debate,
if
you're
you take a
competing
one-
with me for
Yeah.
sure. Because
a sport?
in a sport
First
of
of all,
debate.
math, chess, no chance.
Okay,
buddy.
chess
No-
I don't play, so
no
for sure.
chance,
Math,
all right?
well,
No,
we can
I'll
we can
take
have an
that.
argument.
No,
on that.
no chance.
On chess, you got
You're
him.
gonna take the under on me.
No, on chess, you got him.
Yeah, chess.
on chess you got him. But
I
we're
don't
talking
play.
about sports.
Can you beat Tamiem in chess though?
He could beat me. His end game is better.
Have you played?
Yeah, his end
okay.
game is better.
Well, you play. so.
Listen, I'm going on record saying if it's like a one-on-one sport, unless it's like a sport like wrestling, where of course
Swimming.
like it's
Who wins?
probably you.
Yeah.
I mean, can you swim?
Yeah.
Like you. Yeah.
Not
you
as
probably-
good as Tamiem, but I could swim.
Yeah. I mean, I am. For me, I'll know like what sport I can go compete in. Swimming, I won't be able to compete with you on. But
In short distance running, you think you can?
No, not a chance. The only sport, like I said, is volleyball, and even then, I'm
think
like, it's gonna
tennis,
be
maybe.
competitive. No,
I
no.
don't-
If
yeah.
he's only played twice, no.
I
played
You
more
also
than 2
haven't-
times.
You also haven't played. You've only played 3 times.
Listen,
too.
it wouldn't
think
be
they're
something
very-
that I would ask anybody to watch because it would be like gruesome to watch us play tennis. But volleyball would be fun to watch. Of all the sports that we can compete on, that's the sport that
I'm
I
gonna
do
set this
think
up
it's
and
competitive.
like we're gonna do this.
We'll do it.
And maybe we just to make it easy for you, because volleyball is a team sport, we'll pick some other sports that's a one-on-one and we'll go compete.
Like
stuff
what,
that you
though?
havennis played. Tennis, you said is one. You
Yeah,
can
I
go
mean,
compete in
tennis is good. I mean, that's a good one because that's pretty simple.
Tennis, table tennis,
No, real
ping pong,
sports. Real
like
sports.
real sports.
bowling.
No,
Yeah, I
that's
could go
not
compete.
one-on-one.
Yeah, I could go-
You can't one-on-one bowling. Soccer, I don't play
You could-
soccer,
you
but
could
one-on-
I
you
mean, how
can't
do you
one-on-one
one-on-one?
soccer
Yeah,
too.
how do you do one-on-one in
You
soccer?
can,
right?
but it's just
Yeah,
complicated.
so if you pick like a one-on-one sport, I will go compete against you. I think you're underestimating
I never was. I wasn't underestimating.
my athletic ability. Yo, don't laugh, bro.
I know. I think in volleyball, I think you've got the chance. I think.
You think?
No. I think the odds are like minus 350. You win.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
know?
is good, but I
Which
even
is
think
good
it's not.
odds for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I think it's close to minus 150. I'll say that. I'm
Whatever
not,
odds you're saying, it's got to be at least triple that.
yeah, see, that's crazy because you've
No,
never
but I
seen
don't
me
think
play volleyball.
I haven't even
'Cause you
seen
said
him.
you've never played.
I haven't even
no,
seen
I
him
played
run.
volleyball.
I
I
haven't
haven't
even
played
seen
like
him-
league volleyball.
What position did you play when you played volleyball?
No, I didn't play like organized volleyball, but I've played 4v4 sand volleyball. Like that's
Yeah.
why I'm like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
do
That's-
it in
yeah,
a
that's-
space where
it's-
it's like
yeah.
not like team like full.
We
blown.
played on vacation when we're on a beach in California. It's different.
Yeah,
You
but
play
several of times.
He plays. He
Several
plays
of
on the
times.
weekends like for like
I
once a week.
understand.
Once
That's
a week.
why.
Yeah, I'll play once a week.
That's why, like the whole topic of I played in college, like that
My-
doesn't
my-
matter to me.
My,
The fact
my
that
friends
he's
watching
playing,
this are gonna comment about how crazy your take is that you're gonna be able to compete with me.
No,
in
but for
volleyball.
you to think that you could beat him in short distance running.
no, I'm not
is-
saying I will beat him. I'm saying I don't know. Like
What's your
long
friend's name?
distance, huh?
Your friend's name?
Daniel.
Daniel. Let's hoop, man. I play college basketball. I don't know if you knew this, and I want to teach you some things that translate over to baseball to volleyball because basketball players and volleyball players
Daniel would
are
whoop
very
your ass in
close.
volleyball.
I never called Daniel out. I don't know Daniel.
Yeah.
How big?
What
is he?
ethnicity is
How
he?
tall is he?
He's like my height, 5'9".
5'9". What ethnicity?
He's Croatian.
What is it?
Croatian?
Yeah, maybe
Croatian.
Croatian,
an
okay, he's-
athlete.
he's
yeah,
probably
he's
got
an
it.
athlete.
I mean, Danny, you don't look like an athlete though, bro.
Croatian?
Yeah.
The Croatians got some sauce.
Croatians are good basketball players too, so
Yeah.
I believe that he's good.
He's the minority.
He's like a
He's like a Croatian
He's a
minority.
Nepal guy who
mean?
lives in Croatia.
Is he a Nepali boy?
in the athletic tree?
Bro, he's Indian.
He's gonna end up being
If he's
Indian.
Indian,
Bro.
I'm whooping his ass.
That's funny. No, dude, we're gonna set this up. And all the people watching, I think Aaron's gonna be genuinely surprised by.
First of all,
my athletic
run the
performance.
tape back. I said compete, and this is what this is a sport.
I'm not even
that,
talking volleyball. I'm talking other sports. I'm not even saying volleyball will be a competition. Volleyball's not gonna be a competition.
Yeah, I think that's the only competition we'll have. Every other sport is gonna blow you
like-
out.
we're talking in circles,
Just like
man. We're talking in
basketball's not
circles.
gonna be one. No, hey man,
Let's end it. Let's end this section. Okay.
You non-athletes stay out of the athletes' way here.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. I'm sorry.
No, but
I'm
That's,
sorry.
that's like
the
me
thing,
saying
like,
I
I'm
could beat you in
sorry.
jiu-jitsu. Could I beat you in jiu-jitsu?
Maybe.
Where do you
Absolutely.
play? I'm
Maybe.
assuming you play away from the net. You don't play close to the net,
We call it. I'm a hitter.
which is you get up and
Yeah, correct.
I will block the shit out of your hits. You don't think I could block your shots?
Bro, he's a.
I'll tell you.
6'2" and I can jump.
Yeah, I'm regularly playing against dudes that are 6'4" that can jump.
Okay, so what does that mean?
That means that I'm already used
Listen,
to
if
playing
we
against
played
tall guys.
basketball, you wouldn't score 1 point. Do you understand?
I mean,
You wouldn't score
Yeah,
one.
I probably would say that's accurate.
Yeah, you wouldn't score 1. If
Yeah.
we play volleyball, I'm gonna score a point and compete. You're not gonna stop me from scoring.
Yeah, because volleyball is a team sport. It's not like you're competing against me. It's a group of people. Basketball, you could do a one-on-one, and I'm not scoring on you.
Yeah, no, we could do a one-on-one
like it's
in
not
any
a-
sport. In any sport, like we could do we could do it like a toss the ball up by the net and see who gets after and gets the point. Like we can manipulate the
we
sport.
can do volleyball, and then we'll do the Ramadan hoop style basketball, and then we'll.
First of all, I'm whooping your ass in pool volleyball. Whooping your ass in pool volleyball. In regular volleyball, it's going to be a competition. I'm not saying I'll win. I'm saying you're probably going to beat me realistically, but like you're going to have to work for it. You're not going to be able to like casually win.
Brother, I don't even think I would break a sweat.
Yeah, see, this is cap, bro.
Yeah.
This is very cap.
To me, you're going to be the referee. And we're going to have like a episode on this. I don't want to go circles. Let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the fun part.
No. Let's finish the. You guys are hyped up. I love it. I love to hear it.
No,
You guys-
I'm a sportsman.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you consider yourself a sportsman? Realistically.
Like I get like I can play sports. Yeah. Like I have good hand-eye coordination.
Sujan is hyper competitive, bro.
No,
And
he's definitely
he's just as competitive as you are.
He's a competitor for
Yeah.
100% competitor, which I love.
I definitely believe in my ability to pick up things quickly, especially anything related to sports, whether it's eye-hand coordination, whether it's, my body adapts.
I think
so
you
you
would be
consider
good at
yourself a
jiu-jitsu.
sportsman?
I mean, if that's the definition you're using, absolutely.
Yeah, sportsman is somebody who
Yeah.
can play every sport.
Yeah, I think so. I think I could play. I could walk onto a football field and catch, play a wide receiver and run some routes and catch balls. Absolutely. I mean, my height definitely limits me a lot because I'm only 5'9". But if I'm competing with people that are the same height as me, yeah, dude, or even 6 foot, 6'2". Like I'm regularly used to competing with people that are 6'4" in volleyball.
In volleyball.
Yeah.
And
I'm 6'4", so you could
Tameem's actually 6'4".
Yeah.
The camera.
check my salams out.
Yeah, check
Check
his
the bio,
salons
bro.
Bro, stop.
No, but this will be fun, and I think I think you're
it's a
gonna
great
be
way to,
surprised.
learn about
I
each
don't
other,
think I'm
too.
gonna be surprised. Like I anticipate you being good at volleyball. I don't
Yeah.
anticipate you not being good.
No, I think you'll be surprised at other sports, like tennis.
No,
I think you'll be
don't-
surprised at that.
Yeah.
Because after maybe I hit a few winners, you'll be like, this guy's lying. In fact, I think that's what's gonna be something you'll say is I lied about my experience with sports.
Well, I'm trusting what you're saying. I'm not questioning
Yeah.
anything.
How
that
long
said.
do you think you can last in mean wrestling before tapping?
Oh, with you, 30 seconds.
30 seconds before tapping?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
even
that's
sooner.
you're complimenting me.
I mean, I think I could,
Physical,
physically
fight
holding, yeah.
is different. Because
Yeah.
that's not sport. That's fight. That's why it's you don't play
I
boxing.
think I could probably at least 30 seconds use my strength to not
Before
be in
you gas out?
Yeah, not be in a position where I just completely give
sure.
up my back or something.
for sure.
Is that too crazy? You think?
No, I think anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah,
You're gonna
I mean,
just-
for
Well,
somebody
the
who's
last 15 minutes of us going about this conversation is going to fall on deaf ears for most of like the generic fan, but our friends and fam will definitely listen to this and be like, you guys are crazy.
Dude, when everybody watches our,
well, this is going to be a section,
like,
right? So it's like you're going to click on it if you want to.
We'll do this, like, you know, maybe because I think there's been one time where you try to like teach me a little bit,
and then what? Okay,
and you got maybe like a rough idea of my strength. I don't think I'm like a very strong guy. So
I don't want to even like go into like, okay, track and field, you're not beating me in any of that. That's not a sport though. That's like, I wouldn't consider track and field a sport in that way because it doesn't require skill as much as it only like requires athleticism. And so if we're just doing that, what would you say is
like your 100-yard like time?
My 100-yard
100 meters, sorry, 100 meters.
I don't know. I that's a good question. Right now, I couldn't tell you in confidence, but like I could I could still run like a minute 400 still to this day. I could run a sub minute 400.
Yeah, I don't know where that stands. I've never done it.
I could run a mile in like 6 minutes.
I'll do like a few tests and see where 20. I stand.
Yeah. Like test because that side, like I don't even want to get into like an argument because I feel pretty confident that that's like where it leans into my favor. Now, when it's a sport of skill, the only reason
I say like short distance, like I could compete is I think my, you know, explosiveness is still there for now.
But who does more push-ups?
How many can you do? I don't know. I could do a good amount. I mean, I wouldn't.
Like, what's a good amount? Like 50?
50, pretty easy. Not easily, but I could do 50 for sure.
Yeah, I would like probably struggle at 50.
Yeah, pull just because of what I'm doing though. I can win in that world.
I think it's something like you practice and you could do more. I think right now, like maybe 40, I could like pull out.
Like I don't want to get. But we can do the verses and get into like endurance. We can get into speed. We can get into strength. By the way,
people that are watching, if you like our competitiveness, I'm competitive. I'm quiet, but you know, when
I'm talking about sport, purely just sport.
Yeah, whatever you're talking about. Like I'm talking sport. even you pull up like chess. If I see that I'm bad, like I'll go be obsessive over being decent at that. That's just my personality. But I know sports, it's not just about being obsessive. Like your body also has to go support that. So there are definitely things like swimming, dude. Like anyone can go beat me, you know, in swimming. But if there's something that requires like explosiveness, that's also part of like a natural movement for somebody where they don't have to go learn it. I think I'd be pretty decent at it.
Well, I mean, sport is like hand-eye coordination is big. Yeah. So like if you're saying you only play tennis twice in your life, I'm very confident that I'm going to beat you in tennis. Volleyball is the one sport where I'm like, I question it. I'm like, I don't know if I could beat you because you play and you're good at it.
Yeah.
Because you play.
Good. I mean, that's the only sane thing you've said all podcast.
No, you literally in the beginning of this conversation saying me playing you in volleyball is like you fighting Ilya. That's insane.
Islam,
I haven't said anything.
I think you said Islam.
Yeah.
Islam, which is even more, which is like out of this world. I like,
that's exactly it. When we play, you're gonna be like, oh man, he was like lying.
No, but
it's more like me fighting Khabib.
Yeah,
that's what you're gonna say.
Just before you said that, you said I've been only saying insane things, and that's by far the most insane thing that's been said on this podcast. Just so we know. Just so we're fair.
What are you talking about? This is facts. This is all facts, and you'll see it when we compete.
You're saying you're the Islam of volleyball, so you're saying you're the best volleyball player of all time.
Compared
that's
to you.
What you're saying.
Compared to you.
What are you talking about?
Compared to you as somebody like who hasn't played volleyball competitively.
You said that me playing you in volleyball is like you fighting Khabib.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You guys are both laughing, but when we play, you're going to be like, yo, he was serious.
I just hope that you understand how like...
I really hope you're like, you're him when we get on the volleyball court.
I'm what? Sorry?
You're him. You're the guy.
I don't know. You guys will decide.
So what happens?
Like, I want to walk into the volleyball court and all the people playing volleyball stop and be like, bro, Sujan's here. Like, I want him on my team. He's the best guy on the court.
Yeah. Based on how he's talking, he's the best one in the league.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
The number one
That's
player
what it feels
in
like.
his
Is that
league.
true?
That's how you're talking.
There are people that are really good. I mean, but I will also say, like
when you come into the court.
Like right now, if I'm comparing, like I don't want to compare, like, you know, like when I was in college and all that. But right now, I would still say in the league that I play, which is people at my level, basically, I would say I'm probably, if not top 3, top 5.
Daniel,
like
top 3 or top 5 people?
In terms of skill set.
Okay.
And those are people, like, that's like going to Ramadan Hoops, right? And where you say, like, amongst top tier 4s, I'm like top 2, top 3.
So you're
like,
top 3, top 5 in the leagues and
like
sort
of... the highest tier of the league.
Okay.
Today.
And you're 51 at the Ramadan Hoops, right?
But no, that's 51 amongst, like, the whole, everybody. Everybody that's ever rated. Okay. Not people that are actively playing. Because there could be people like that were rated years before that don't even actively play.
Yeah, also...
I don't think that's a fair comparison.
Also, the only like point of context they have is the few times that I've played
Right.
and like what they know of me. They don't actually like. It's not actually like something that.
And
I
in
feel
transparency, I would say Ramadan hoops is probably like a higher level of competition than like, you know,
And-
what I
and
play
in reality,
locally.
in
Like
Ramadan
when I
hoop-
travel and play, like that's a lot higher level than and at that, no way I'm like top 3.
And the people
top
better
5.
the people better than me in Ramadan hoops, because I'm definitely like closer to in the top 20s than I am 50 realistically, are 18 to like 22 years old. That group, that level, like they're 10, 12 years
they're
younger
still
than
at
me.
the peak.
18, 20-year-old like volleyball players are probably not playing in his league that he's
for
in.
sure. Yeah,
they're not.
Yeah. Not in my league, but when I travel and play, they're there.
Yeah. So it's not even close because those are like people
I
playing in their kind of like prime.
I mean, these are all the people that, you know, maybe they play in college, like, kind of like me, right? Like they just want to actively play, but still be a little bit competitive.
No, but this is gonna be fun. I'm excited because
Tamiem, this is your moment, man.
let me just run.
Are we gonna do like a betting odds on this? Like
no, what I want to know is if volleyball aside, because again, you're saying you're the Islam of volleyball. Volleyball aside, it's what you said, which is insane.
Yeah. Compared to you,
compared to me, again, you said me playing you in volleyball is like you fighting Ilya.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if we play 10 sports and I beat you in all 10, what will you say after? Like, how will that land on you? How would you feel?
I would be completely wrong, and you would be like you would probably be the best athlete I've ever known in my life.
If I beat you in 10 sports?
In 10 sports, correct.
The best athlete you've known in your life.
You like that, huh?
No. I'm just confused because in his head, he feels that it would require the best athlete that he's ever met to beat him in 10 sports. That's how he's perceiving this conversation.
Yeah, that's
whereas
what I got to.
Correct.
Yeah. Whereas
we need Dan to fucking litigate this. Bro.
My argument.
Drop a legal contract.
Exactly.
My
Dan,
argument.
can you come back on the show?
My argument is the only sport he'll compete with me on is the sport that he plays, because I believe that that's the only
Can
sport
we make
that
it
can
fun
run.
and say, okay, let's eliminate volleyball. You're not beating me there. Let's eliminate basketball. I'm not beating you in basketball. I'm being very realistic about this, by the way.
I like that.
Because I'm the only one so far where I've said I won't be able to compete. Okay? Let's eliminate those 2 sports. We can pick a bunch of sports, let's say 15, 20, one-on-one sports. We'll do like a raffle. We'll pick randomly 10 and we'll compete. There's no way you're beating me in all 10.
100% I will. And then what's going to happen is we'll get to a point where you're like, let's play volleyball. It's the only sport you're going to be able to compete with me on.
There's no way you're beating me in all 10. I'm telling you.
Name 10 sports.
Name 3 countries.
No. Name 10 books. Name 10 books that you read.
Yeah.
No, this will be fun. All right, let's finish.
I'm really going to push this forward. And we're going to do like one weekend. Maybe we'll make it like a series where each episode we'll pick one sport.
I think we could do football 1v1 because we could do corner receiver. That's a thing that we can actually do.
We need like a quarterback that could throw.
Yeah, he could throw. He could throw.
Yeah.
We could record that. That's easy money. Oh, well, I don't know what sport you'd win. I'm just confused.
Well, it's not like what I'd win. You just have to pick like 10 random we can veto like the ones obviously like you're gonna beat me in swimming. You're probably gonna beat me in long term
I don't
track.
count those.
Short, like I'm okay to leave like short distance track in there.
We could do.
Might be an easy win for you according to you, right?
Yeah.
Short distance track.
Tennis,
bowling,
like tennis will leave there. Why not?
Bowling.
Yeah, we could try bowling.
Bowling?
I mean, I'm not.
It's a one-on-one. You could be a one-on-one.
Yeah, I'm not particularly good at bowling, but it's like you could figure out. Like I think it's a sport you could figure out pretty easily.
No, but the thing about bowling that I don't like is that I'm not really going against him. I'm going against myself. So it's like golf too, where it's like tennis, like we're going back and forth. Volleyball, I mean, it's a team sport.
But there's that component about
basketball is
everything.
one. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some resistance. So I could feel his athleticism and I could like decide like what I need to do. You know, there's like resistance.
Got it.
Bowling, it's like it's like golf. I don't know if you can count that.
But isn't part of a sport like being able to adjust on the fly? That is like
No,
that's the mental aspect.
No, but he wants your performance to impact the way he plays. And bowling doesn't do that.
Yeah, because like the only way you're really impacting me in bowling is if you're shit talking, or there's like a mental aspect.
Oh, we could do
like
like hitting like a baseball or something. I don't know if I'd be good at that. Like that's an eye-hand coordination thing. Like roll up to like a
batting cage. It's the same thing as bowling, though. You know, it's that's the same.
But
in that world.
Does that not test your like natural athleticism if you're able to hit a ball? I don't know if I'd be able to hit.
We could do all that. What I'm saying, where you're not beating me is any sport where we're like going like actually physically.
But we'll
against
put
each
all
other.
of those and we'll pick 10 random. and we'll compete in 10. So like we're not deciding; it's a random chance.
Okay, yeah, as long as it's sports that we're like literally competing against each other, not like our scores competing against each other, but like our physical, like the nature of it is that like we're going against each other.
Yeah, we
because
gotta
none
make
of
a
those
list of, like,
sports-
Who can throw a football the farthest? Does that count as a
No, that goes back into bowling, goes back into
So it's probably like distance related.
Okay.
right?
yeah, like
That's the
shot
result.
put. We could, it's the same.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
gonna be hard because it's really a handful of
Yeah,
sports.
there's
like,
not that many that
yeah,
you can
you're
like
saying
really
10. That's
test
why I
out.
said name 10 sports. I'm like, I don't really even see 10 that we can compete in that way, 1v1. I think we should just play volleyball. Like, I really do think like we should do a 4v4. And I will get a good sense of how good you are pretty early because I'm again, I know where I stand when I play.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, I think I could play in that league. I could compete. I don't think
I
it'd
mean,
take me
normally
that
we
long.
play like 6 versus 6, but you want to play like 4 versus 4.
No, 4v4 because that's realistic. Like, we could get 8 people
I mean,
to come
like
play.
a normal court is, I think it's 60 by 60, like each side.
You know what? We could just run at 2v2. I think that
volleyball?
would be fun. 2v2.
In
Like
volleyball?
sand volleyball, 2v2, like they play in the Olympics. Sand volleyball, 2v2. You can pick.
But 2v2s are a lot less skill driven just because there's so much open court.
Yeah, it's about being
everybody
an
says-
athlete. That's what I'm
well,
talking
no,
about.
everybody says indoor is a lot harder because indoor, it's all about your skill set and your athleticism because there are a lot more people on the court. So still being able to hit the ball and make it land in the court takes a lot more skill than when there's just 2 people and hitting to an open spot.
That's what I'm
If that
saying.
makes
Two,
sense. It's like- it's
two
like shooting a
people, you have
free
to
throw
cover.
versus-
You have to cover more ground.
Sorry?
You have to cover more ground.
Yeah, but
Which requires more
because it's so
athleticism.
big, you're not going to be able to. No, like even in Olympics, like those guys are not able to cover the ground. And like lucky shots score a lot more points in volleyball, like beach volleyball, than indoor. Indoor, it's a lot harder to get lucky, just because there are more people on the court. So like it's true skill driven.
Well, you pick it however you want to do it. So it sounds like
I'm
you're
trying to make
scared
it. I'm
of
trying to make it
2v2.
fair for you.
So it sounds like 2v2 makes more sense then.
Oh, yeah, I guess just to give you more chances to be lucky. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's fine.
Yeah. But the 2v2, 1v1 don't matter, man. Like us in 5. Have you seen that?
Yeah, Shannon.
That's how I feel,
Yo,
bro.
shout out. Yo,
That's how I
shout
feel.
out-
I feel like it's like,
Shout out
you
to
could-
Shannon, bro.
yeah. It could be
He's
Tim
really starting a
Cheese,
trend with that. Yeah.
Tim cheese, pizza cheese, dick cheese, like us in 5.
All right.